and welcome back to my channel. For today I wanted to give all the attention to this palette in particular. This is from Sydney Grace. This is kind of an indie brand, but she's rapidly growing and I'm really happy about it. She has a really good reputation with her products, and this is one of them. This is, I think, the palette that really caught everybody's attention. This is called Enduring Love. She has two, let's just say, variations of this one. It is a light and it's a deep or medium one. This is the color Story. I like it a lot. It is more towards cool tones and neutral, but I really like it a lot. Just jump to the tutorial. As always, I'm going to prep my lids with my Milani eyeshadow primer, and then we're gonna dive in to the palette. I got it in and I didn't even open it, so I haven't played, I haven't anything with her, so we're gonna do this together. I'm gonna start with Juliet. I have downturned eyes, meaning that if I use my natural crease, I will have very droopy eyes, so I have to draw myself a new crease. That's why you're gonna see me applying the crease shade above. I'm applying it in circular motions just in the outer part of my eye. So far, really nice pigmentation. Not a lot of work to be done to blend it, but also this is a light shade. In myself, it turns a little more peachy than it appears. Let's just say that I'm gonna go to the shade Victoria. It has a little bit of kick up in the pan, nothing much, just what you expect from a matte shade. This one, I'm gonna lower it a little bit more, and I think that you will call this my crease area. Small circular motions. I just want to start to deepen my crease. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used earlier to just diminish any line. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to go to the shade Passion. Be sure to tap the excess of my brush, and this one I'm going to apply it in my outer corner, in the last third of my outer corner, and blowing it out a little bit. Now to blend it, I'm going to go again with this first brush and I'm going to do a mix of Juliet and Victoria. And I'm going to start blending this. I'm going to use the same eyeshadow for my bottom part, and I'm going to apply this shade really close to my lash line, just to the half of it. And I'm going to use the first shade, Juliet, to blend a little bit the edges and to lower it a little bit further. And now I'm going to go to the shade that has been caught my attention a lot. Its name is Albert, and I'm going to apply it with my ring finger. Love how it looks. I'm going to use the first shade again to give a little bit of a rosiness to the inner part of my eye. And to highlight my inner corner, I'm going to go to the shade Romeo to apply in this area of my eye. And I'm using this Luxie 141, and also a little bit in my brow bone. And I'm gonna go to the shade Robert, and I'm gonna start in my outer corner, and what I have left over in my brush, I'm going to try to apply it in my crease. I'm loving this shade, by the way. Really nicely and richly pigmented. And in circular motions, grabbing the brush from the ending part of the handle to assure that I will have a nice soft blending. It has been really easy to blend the shades. To go to the shade Abigail, to intensify and to change a little bit, to give a little something to my outer corner. This one I'm going to apply it to the last third of my lid. Both of these shades are great. Just give it a little bit of a blending. Now I'm gonna go to the shade John, and I'm going to apply it with my finger. And I'm just going to leave it just there. And I'm gonna go to the shade Cherish, and I will try to smooth a little bit the edges of this shade. And to give a pop, I got the crazy idea of going to the shade Elizabeth. Let's see if I don't ruin this eye look. No, I think I didn't ruin it. And since I like it a lot, I'm going to keep on using this shade in my bottom part. I think I'm gonna use it here. I'm gonna finish up and then we're gonna come back. Here are the two eye looks that I did with the palette. I love the palette. So now I'm going to take off this and start all over again. So I'm ready to do my second makeup look, but it would be my third eye look, the palette. I said at first that I was going to use the Milani eyeshadow primer. I lied. Yeah, I picked up the Urban Decay primer potion instead. So to be fair, I'm gonna use it again. Very prime and ready to go. For the last look, I thought that I would do something more, I don't know, easy makeup, which probably, I don't know if I'm gonna finish up like that, because every time that I say that I'm gonna do an easy look, it turns out to be not so easy at all. But I will try my best to do so. I'm gonna start with Darcy, and I'm going to apply it technically all over my lid. I have taken a couple of times from the pan, but I haven't taken much on my brush. Go to the shade Cherish, which I have already used, but this I'm going to apply it to my natural crease, just to build up a little bit my crease, because I'm going to use the brown chocolate shade. Well, the brown shade, well, it looks chocolate. I'm going to use the brown shade named Robert, and I want to have kind of a base for her, so the transition would look a lot more smoother. And I'm taking just a bit from Robert, tapping the excess because it's a matte eyeshadow and it has a little bit of kick up in the pan. I don't want any fallout in my complexion. I'm going to take a little bit of the same shade. I'm pinching my brush and I'm going to drag this on my bottom lashes. And now I'm gonna go to the shade Devotion, and I'm gonna use my ring finger to apply it, and I think I'm gonna do it in the same manner as the other eye look. I'm gonna go again to the brush that I used for the second shade, which was Cherished, just to smooth out the line here in the very inner part of my mobile lid, to soften that transition. I'm going to just give a little bit of a pop in my inner corner, and I think I'm gonna go to the shade Romeo, and I'm going to blend it. The eye look is done. I'm gonna curl my lashes, apply mascara, lipstick, and then we're gonna come back. This is the last look, and now we're gonna go through everything that I did with the palette. So my final thoughts are, this is an amazing and wonderful palette. If you got the chance to grab it, just do so. This is, as I said, from Sydney Grace. You can only order it through their website. It started to rain, so you're gonna hear that in the background, and a lot of noise because of that. I use all the mattes, and besides the mattes, I use this metallic shade, I use this metallic shade, I use this one and this one. From this 15 eyeshadow palette, I didn't use 5 shades, so I need to work on that, and I will, because I'm really interested in seeing how everything performs. All the mattes were extremely good, extremely easy to blend, Also, the metallic shades here are really metallic. I didn't like it in myself, all the opacity that I got, because I am almost 40 and my skin, it isn't the way that it used to be when I was in my 20s. Obviously look like I had really crepey eyelids, which I don't, but that's a thing that usually with metallics happen. I just blended them a little bit more, and that's when I really like the shade. It is in the shadow fault, that is mine because of my age and my skin situation at the moment. Hope you like what I've shown to you, and if you did, please press the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notification bell. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.